everybody. Welcome to this week's office. And I thought it would be so nice if we could have a little retrograde moment because we are in a Mercury retrograde. And actually in June, I don't know if you've seen some of my posts or you haven't seen some of my posts, but we have like 5 planets in retrograde, as well as an eclipse, which just happened, full moon, and actually it was a solar eclipse. And we have so much energy going in reverse that you're probably feeling a lot of transitions, a lot of transformations, and wondering like what you could do, what you can't do, what are the rules, what aren't the rules. And I just wanted to come on and say hello, and first of all, take a little retrograde moment. We'll take one. We'll take a breath, take a little moment, and remember our porch from last year. And in the pandemic, this was a place that we talked about manifestation, usually on Wednesdays. We have the lounge on Fridays, the office on Mondays. And now, you know, with everything that's been going on, getting life back to normal, things have been so busy. We usually have the office every week and the lounge, and the porch has kind of been lost in the shuffle, right? So I wanted to bring it back on and just give you guys a nice background for the office update for this week. Hi everybody, nice to see you all. Please put a comment in the section. Let me know that you're here. I see Meg, I see Ellen. Nice to see you guys. I wanted to just let you know that usually there's the rules that apply to our usual retrograde periods. You know, no new contracts, oh my goodness, Bill Robinson. Oh my God, it's been so long. I've actually been thinking about you the other day. Sorry, my train of thought gets, as mediums, sometimes we have to process. I'll just kind of like go into this tangent for a minute. As a medium, we have to process a lot of information at once, and it usually comes in the form of visions and thoughts and feelings and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm used to having a lot of different stimuli coming at once that I then have to put into a sentence form. Like, it's not like you just call up the other side or you just get a message about somebody intuitively and it comes nicely wrapped in like a nice sentence that is like, this is what it means. No, I have to learn over the past 23 years to interpret code and to say, okay, well, this usually means this and this usually means that. So if you're good at languages and learning languages, and you can filter a lot of information at one time, but you tend to go all over the place, sometimes mediumship is a good idea for you. But in life, you have to remain grounded and balanced, which for a lot of mediums, psychics, intuitives is a little bit difficult if you don't, you know, give it your best effort. So, Bill Robinson, yes, I've been thinking about you. I hope you're doing well. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or connect with me in some way. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, might be a good idea to do that. It's at Marisa Liza Pell on Instagram. And then on YouTube, it's Connection Beyond. And on Facebook, it's Connection Beyond. So make sure that you are subscribed so you're getting notified when we are live. If you're going to be watching a replay of this, you want to make sure you're live so I can say hi to you and see how you're doing and answer your questions. But for now, we're talking about the eclipse and Mercury retrograde and all these big transformations and all these big doorways that are going on. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty of all that, I want to talk to you guys about the weekly forecast. So you guys are getting these live on all of my channels, whether that's Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. You're seeing the office and the porch live. If you love the live weekly forecast, I do offer the monthly forecasts, and those will be coming out on June 15th. Okay, so the 15th of every month, I do a pre-recorded monthly energy forecast, and that is only for our email subscribers. So you actually have to be on the monthly video forecast list to get the monthly forecast, where I go in depth on the world energies. I get the channeled information for the world energies, and I go through the month and I give you specific dates and times to be aware of. So it is a very in-depth session that I do, but it is pre-recorded and it is unlisted. So once it does go out, it does not get listed publicly and you cannot search it. So you have to be on our monthly video forecast email list to receive that. You have to be a subscriber. It's free. You get once a month on the 15th of the month. And you also get our emails for Transformation Station, which means that a lot of times I do a lot of inspirational stuff and I send it out to you, and you're the first to hear about promotions, all that kind of stuff. So if you're not on those monthly newsletter lists, in the description of this video, there is a link that you can pop your email in, and make sure it's before the 15th of the month. Do it now so you don't forget, and you will get on June 15th, you get the monthly energy forecast that I will do. And also, while we're getting into the monthly energy, I want to talk about the weekly energy, because this week, you guys might feel like you want to do a lot of things. And actually, this week is better than last week because we have the eclipse energy that we were coming into. Now we're coming out of the eclipse energy. And usually for Mercury retrograde, you're told to, not sign any contracts, no new relationships, no new jobs, no new cars, especially no new electronics. And yes, those rules still apply. But with the transformational doorway that we're going through right now, and this is a whole dimensional shift. We talked about the 5D last year. This is a whole new dimensional shift. And we still have to move forward even though 5 planets are in retrograde. This solar eclipse is going to help us do that. So even though those same retrograde rules apply, even if you kind of like don't want to pay attention to it, it's still there. This is still a great time. This week is still a great time to do your follow-ups on projects that you haven't completed. Keep moving forward, even if it's at a little bit at a time. You don't want to come to a halt and not do anything. This week is, especially today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you have about 5 to 6 days of productive time, where last week it kind of was all over the place. This week you will have a lot of productive time. So stick to the big rules. Okay, so if you're like, hey Marisa, I just met this new person, going on a date tonight, starting a new relationship, I would say, I wouldn't really do that after a solar eclipse, because you're still transforming, and that's a big Mercury retrograde no. If you're like, hey, I've been looking at this car for 2 years, and I've test driven it, I've already price adjusted, matched it, and it's been in the lot for the past 3 weeks, I think I want to buy it, I'd say, hey, it's time to go ahead on that. If you're like, hey, I've needed a toaster for 3 years, I'm going to buy one today, I'd say, no, don't do that. There's a good chance there could be electronic malfunction. Pay attention to all your electronics right now. Could be a lot of tech issues that are going on. That's what kind of Mercury retrograde does, but they're all fixable. It's just a lot of annoyances. I remember talking to a client the other day, and we were talking about readings and how intuitive see things, that kind of stuff. And the thing about it is if you're not doing your inner work right now, you're going to be really confused at the opportunities that are about to pop up in the next month for you. Because if your inner work isn't done and you're turbulent on the inside, you're going to be having opportunities come up in your energy line, in your path, that are going to be confusing, because they're going to be matching different frequencies that are kind of intermittent. So if you're in a bad space one day, you can have that opportunity. If your frequency is low or high or mid, having all these opportunities. Then you're gonna be like, oh, I'm confused, I don't know what to do, because all these opportunities don't make sense. I really don't know where to go with it. And I would say it's because your inner world is turbulent and you're manifesting different things based on different vibrations in your energy, which isn't a good thing. Because then people go to psychics or astrologers and they're like, I don't know which way to go. And then you get your highest possible road. But the problem is if internally you're still turbulent, you're going to be manifesting things of that energy, like attracts like. So if you're just focused on externals right now, it's probably not going to lead you to a good place. You want to make sure in at least the next 2 weeks, and I've told all my coaching clients this, okay? I do a lot of coaching for CEOs, businesses, internationally, and a lot of my CEOs or people that I work with, business associates, they're like, wanting to talk about the strategies, about the money, about the jobs, about moving forward. And I'm like, no. that will come once you're in alignment, right? That's going to come once you're in alignment. If you are not clear, think about it as an attic with cobwebs. If you're not clear, that compass is going to be all over the place, and it's going to draw in opportunities from all over the place. Then you're going to be calling me saying, oh, I have all these opportunities, I don't know what to do. It's because you've attracted all those opportunities on a different frequency level, and it depends on what your frequency's on, whether you can attract it and actually close the deal on those higher energy frequencies. That's what's really important. So if that's a little too technical, the bottom line of what I'm saying is, if you're having uncomfortable feelings come up during this time, because solar eclipses can bring about all that, drudge up all that stuff. If you are going to just wallow in, sulking or sitting on it or not doing anything about it, that's a problem. If you're going to distract yourself from it by focusing on the externals of money, material things, gathering those things, that's going to be a problem, because when the energy does shift and it's time for you to actually act on those things, your internal energy is not going to be safe enough to do that, and it's not going to be calibrated to do that. That's really important. And that's why, Manifesting with Marisa is closed right now for enrollment, but that's what that program does. That 30-day program actually helps to calibrate you so that you can manifest those opportunities. But to keep it simple, without having to do that right now, you can't distract yourself from the stuff that's coming up. So if you decide, hey, I'm going to go on a spending spree to forget about this, play some video games, binge eat, I'm going to drink a bottle of wine, eat some pills, whatever, in the extreme, go gambling, whatever it is, you're going to be missing out on this huge opportunity in the next 2 weeks to actually purge and release and finally move to the other side of this energy. And that's what a solar eclipse brings. It's the end of a dark era and the beginning of a lighter era. But if you come to me in 3 weeks and tell me that you watch this video, you did the opposite of what I told you to do, and you're telling me not good things are happening, I can't fix that. Okay? Nobody can fix that. So listen to me now and take these 2 weeks. This is a very, very specific instruction, and I'm being strong about it because people just don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. They pay me a lot. People pay me a lot of money to come and have their energy assessed, have a session done, and then don't listen. And I mean, everybody does this. I'm not shaming anybody or judging anybody for this, but it's take the opportunity. And then when that doesn't happen, they come back and say, Marisa, fix this for me. And this is not, this is everyone. This is everyone that I see that does this at one time or another. And it's I can't fix a time frame that you were supposed to do something in that time frame, and now your energy is not calibrated. We have to go in reverse, start from the bottom up, work on your energy again, clear it out, get it to where it's manifesting, get it to where it's attracting things, and then we have to recalibrate your compass for the direction, and then we're going to take the strategy at that point. You can't just be like, hey, I didn't take this opportunity to do what I was supposed to do. So if that makes sense, give a hell's yeah in the comments section. Give me a, yeah, I get it. So if you want to benefit from this video, don't let the video be like, oh, I intellectually understand it, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Just don't do that. Take the insight and say, hey, I'm listening to this for a reason. And if uncomfortable feelings come up right now, just let them through. Let them pass. Do not distract yourself. I got a hell's yeah from A.N. Nober. I know A.N. Nober is always honest about that stuff. A.N. Nober, what are you going to do? Right? And A.N. Nober, you are someone that you've been around this whole pandemic. You've watched all these transformational videos, so I know you know what to do. Take these 2 weeks, at least to the 22nd. At least, I don't even know if that's 2 weeks, but at least to the 22nd. Take those 2 weeks and just let stuff flow out of you. Be uncomfortable. Let it move, because you have such amazing opportunities coming up at the end of June. I don't want you to miss out on that. If you want to take a little breather and just enjoy some time, we're going to take a step back in time, because Intuitate Radio is a radio show that I did in 2015. We've interviewed people from The Bachelor, celebrities, authors, psychics, astrologers, and it's called Intuitive Radio. It's relationship insight with an intuitive twist. It is funny as all hell, and we have a lot of great stuff on that. It's all about intuition and love, two of your favorite topics. So now it is launched on all of your favorite podcast sites, from Apple to Spotify to Stitcher, whatever you usually use to listen to your podcast. And if you don't listen to podcasts, you could just go in the description of this video. There's a link to the Apple podcast to the show. And I'm doing a little promo right now for all of you. A lot of you always ask me, Marisa, how can I buy one of those energy activation bracelets that you have, that you make, that are not for sale? And I do little promos throughout the year. Well, if you go and listen to Intuitive Radio, you give it your obvious 5-star review, write a little review, I'm going to be giving away an energy bracelet that I make for you. And each one is handmade, each one is different, each one represents a different energy, and each one activates a different energy in your body. And people have had a lot of cool stuff happen with them. So if you want to be eligible to get that prize, go and listen to Intuitive Radio, give it a great review, and you'll be eligible. Just make sure you email the office at info@connectionbeyond.com and let us know you left the review so we could enter you in the contest. And that's all. So make sure, like I said, to those of you who were in the middle of this, I'm doing the monthly energy forecast June 15th. Make sure you are subscribed to receive the forecast, and the description is in this link. And all right, if you want to get on that list and get it on the 15th, you just go to the description. There'll be a link to register. And Nober has a question. I was offered an opportunity and have been questioning myself. I think I should do it. I will go move through this uncomfortable feeling. I need to hear this. Awesome, Ann Nober. Yes, you might. This is an opportunity probably for you to have some sort of objective feedback. It doesn't have to be for me. It could be through an astrologer or through an intuitive session, or through a counselor or mentor, or whatever you have. My feeling is you probably want to run this by someone. But right now, I want you to shift through those feelings that the eclipse is bringing up. Move through them, release them, let the past be the past. That would be my advice for you. All right, guys. So tonight, I'm doing a double header. Tonight on the lounge, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live, we have Psychic Medium, Barbie Doll, and we also have Julian Hartwell, a musician, coming on, giving us some energy-raising music. He's a pianist. He's been on the lounge before. He will be returning for our enjoyment. Great guy. And we're going to be talking about the law of attraction. We're going to be talking about how to enhance your intuition. And the lounge, we're going to be streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So you could come back here to this channel if you watch on Facebook, and come to YouTube live to watch on YouTube. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be having some great guests, and we hope to see you there. And you know what we say, be there and don't be a little square. So we will see you there tonight. And until then, enjoy your day.